Yes, yes. Your glutes are working, yes.
How did that look? Hi, Vogue. I'm Eva Longoria, and my usual fitness routine is weight training, a little bit of yoga. But today, for my extreme wellness, I'm going to try something a little bit more adventurous. Circus training. So what do you have in store for me today?
So we're going to do some trapeze training, both fitness and conditioning, so understanding how to really use your natural gifts, mixing the strength with the flexibility.
Gifts. My background was tumbling and gymnastics in high school, so I do have a little bit of kinesthetic awareness.
Fabulous.
How about that word, guys?
We're also going to do a little bit of juggling, which might seem a little bit obscure, but it's good to help focus the brain.
I'm already screwed.
Then we're going to end with some acrobatics.
What, in the air?
So you're going to tap your hands with some rosin. That's plenty.
I'm LeBron James, guys. The trapeze. Is that how you call it? Trapeze? The trapeze? Tomato. Oh, this is great. Right? I want to swing now.
Maybe put you up a little bit higher.
Well, I think I'm good here. The trapeze was hard. Just on your body, the bar hurts.
Great.
Oh, God, that hurts my knees. Oh, I hope it looks good because it hurts.
And then bring it down to the floor. Yes.
They must have very strong abs and core and arms and legs.
Pull up. Good. And straighten. Drop this leg down to the floor. Yes. Beautiful left arm.
There was a lot of trust involved today. Trusting that they know this works.
Hands off.
Oh.
Hands off.
Oh,
Hands
they go
off.
Okay. Now what?
Beautiful.
And then you dismount. Probably mentally the hardest thing was juggling. You're gonna end up doing knives after this? Like to just focus and have your mantra.
What's your mantra?
Red, yellow, blue. Red, yellow, blue. Red. Oh. There we go. Red, yellow, blue. Red, yellow, blue. Red. It feels so therapeutic. Red, orange, blue. Red, orange, blue. Red, orange, blue. Ta-da! Juggling can apply to your life, and I think it's actually one of the most useful things that I learned today.
So my name is Justin, and I'm going to help you out today with your acrobatics. So acrobatics is going to be everything on the ground. You just did some aerial stuff, and now we're going to do some stuff on the ground.
I'm excited. All right. I was a cheerleader back in the day. I used to do back handsprings all the way down the football field, but that was like 25 years ago. Let me just see what this feels like. You going to catch me or something?
Of course not. Very nice. You want to do it without this?
No. When you're a kid is probably the time to learn this stuff.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
You know, to do a cartwheel and then do it one hand and then, you know, oh, let's do a handstand. And if you fall, it doesn't really matter. Let go.
Okay.
Oh. Having fun and being fearless. Here you go. Ready?
Ready? There you go.
Okay, now what? So that you say yes to things as opposed to no. Is that pretty?
You mastered it.
Put me in the air, coach.
Okay. And you're going to just step on up.
Because as I was on top of Justin's shoulders, I'm like, I could die, right? Which, I mean, I know they wouldn't let me die. Ta-da! Look, Mom. All right. So give me your one hand. But, you know, you want to bring that childlike view back into your adulthood.
Nice and tall.
No, I can't.
Take a breath.
Yes!
Bravo. So
Thank
good.
you. If acting doesn't work out, I am totally running away to join the circus. Hey Vogue, it's Eva Longoria. If you want to watch more videos, subscribe here.
acclaimed actor, activist, cookbook author, and fan of wine, a lover of cheese.
Well, only because it goes well with wine.
Right, which is crucial. I see you're drinking white. I brought white, pink, and red because I wasn't sure what your favorite was.
Well, my favorite is a Cabernet from Napa. Like, that's my go-tos, my cabs from Napa. That could be my dinner. A glass of red wine and chunks of Parmesan, and I'm done.
This is a Chardonnay. I picked it partly because of the name, because of what we were talking about, Liquid Farm. And they're out of Santa Barbara County, and they make beautiful Chardonnays.
I love a Sonoma Chardonnay.
What is your perfect charcuterie plate? What?
Can't have a charcuterie plate without a fig spread.
I have figs that could be turned into spread.
I have figs too.
We have figs too. We're obviously on the same page here.
I have my nuts, my almonds here. I actually like a cracker that doesn't have a lot of personality. I need you to fade to the background, please.
Not like the rosemary crackers with...
Right, like, oh, yeah, rosemary, anything, it just ruins the cheese for me. It ruins the fig. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I agree. I like a plain, either or plain French bread. So this is a sausage. It's a cured salami that's a mole flavored salami with chipotle pepper and cocoa, and it's insanely good. I wish I could give you,
Oh, I wish I could taste that. I'm not a fan of mole.
Really?
I have an appreciation for it because it is so hard to make. It takes forever.
It's impossible.
Yeah, like 30 years.
I'm still trying. It's like started 30 years ago and haven't gotten there yet. I know this about you, but you don't know this about me. I'm a Texan as well.
No, where?
I grew up in Houston, born and raised.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, okay, so did you grow up with breakfast tacos?
Breakfast tacos kind of came in partway through my childhood.
I'm just so surprised nobody makes them anywhere else because they're so good, so convenient. I mean...
I have a weakness for chorizo and egg breakfast tacos, which are terrible for you, but they're delicious. They are the best breakfast food that exists. Where do you fall in the crunchy taco?
There's 3 levels. The soft taco, which is just the taco, and then there's the Taco Bell crispy shell. In between is what I like, which is I fry a homemade corn tortilla. My husband's, he calls them tacos gringos, which is American tacos.
And your family was multiple generations in Texas on a farm, right?
Yeah, we grew up on a ranch. We grew up with chickens and pigs and cows and farming. My dad didn't believe in fast food. He was like, the land will give us what we need. And we, if it was squash season, we ate squash for 3 months. Watermelon season, we would have watermelon salad, watermelon everything.
Watermelon.
Oh, and I was like, I hate squash. I hate watermelon. Every Friday, my mom would get paid. We would get a pizza. We'd eat it, and she would tell us, go throw the box in the neighbor's trash.
Don't tell Dad, basically. And it was interesting. There was a thing recently on NPR talking about how you realize that restaurants close, but you don't realize the repercussions of that, how they go back to someone like an organic milk producer or an herb grower or anything.
Yeah, the domino effect that it has on the economy.
So did that sort of growing up on the farm tie into the All for Farmers thing you're doing with Tillamook?
Hi, everyone. I am so excited to talk to y'all about the hardworking farmers of America.
I grew up on a farm, and about 20 years ago, I met Dolores Huerta, who introduced me to the United Farm Workers Union, and I started advocating for farm workers. It was just kismet that Tillamook called me, and they were like, hey, we want to do this campaign to support farmers in the United States and during COVID, and they've been hit hard, and I said, sign me up. The pandemic deemed these workers, farmers and farm workers, essential. They've always been essential. They're the backbone of the food supply. We need this. We need these things. And so what I loved about Tillamook is that it's a dairy co-op. So it's farmer owned and farmer led, really dedicated to, the livelihood of farmers.
None of us can travel. So are you going through travel withdrawal at the moment?
Absolutely. Are you kidding? I was on a plane every 3 days normally, and I love it. I love traveling. I think traveling is one of the greatest luxuries because it really shrinks the world, makes you realize you live in a global community. You don't live in Texas, you don't live in the United States, you live in this world, and everybody's your neighbor. Everybody. The thing I want to do, my husband and I want to do, is Japan next.
So are you a sake fan?
Here's the thing, I'm not. There is a Mexican sake
Really?
that I have fallen in love with. I gotta get it. I have it here. I got so many bottles because I said, what is this? I hate sake. Do you have 1 second so I can run and get that Mexican sake to show you the bottle?
I've never seen a Mexican sake. I'm so psyched.
Hold on 1 second.
And I'm just gonna have some charcuterie while I wait. You'll edit out this part where I'm just standing here eating for no reason.
Okay, I'm back. This is the Mexican sake. It's called Nami.
Oh, great.
And it's made in Mexico, hecho en Mexico. It is so good. I'm gonna have to send you some because this one's amazing.
I'll tell you what, if you send me an amazing sake, I'll send you amazing wine. How's that?
Yeah.
Here, I've got a Texas Tempranillo for you.
What?
Yeah, it's the Tempranillo from outside Austin, Hill Country.
I didn't know they had Tempranillo there.
Yeah, it actually does pretty well in Texas.
Wow.
We're learning stuff by the second here.
You know what I just discovered, which I'm like, where have I been, is Prosecco.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It has such a low alcohol percentage, but it gets me a little tipsier faster than normal stuff. Why is that?
Well, one thing, any wine with bubbles, is it osmoses the alcohol a little quicker into your bloodstream. And someone pointed this out to me, is that we tend to drink sparkling wine when we're standing around at a party and having little snacks and hors d'oeuvres. We don't actually have it with real food. So you're basically having it on an empty stomach.
That's true, because that's the first thing I drink in the day is a little Prosecco, then I move on to white, and then I have my red. It's barely 2 o'clock here, and so thought I'd take it easy. I don't know.
You've been politically active for a long time and very, effectively, it seems. I mean, it's a big honor to do the Democratic National Convention. And is it daunting to address that vast an audience? Is it?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Anytime you have the opportunity to speak to America, like that's a daunting task for sure. But I didn't show up there as a celebrity. I showed up as an American and as a 9th generation Texan and as a daughter of a veteran and a daughter of a teacher and a small business owner. Like I did achieve the American dream because the infrastructure of opportunity was there. And so I care deeply about keeping that infrastructure there for generations to come. And I feel like it's little by little been whittled away for specifically people of color and for women.
You're also dealing with a toddler during COVID.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is he a cheese and charcuterie fan, or is...
Not yet. Not yet, but he's a good eater. He'll eat salmon and fish, and he loves vegetables. He's not big on fruit yet, which is interesting. But what's crazy is every time he sees a wine glass, he goes, Mama, Mama. And I go,
he knows you well, even at age 2.
He knows me well.
Thank you so much for doing this. This has been a blast.
This has been such a great conversation, and we haven't even had 2 glasses.
No, we barely eaten any food. I mean,
this is a 1 glass conversation that was pretty good.
2 glasses would be spectacular, and then 3, of course, we'll just be talking gibberish. Alas, we can't actually hang out and have a glass of wine.
I know, this is horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible, but it's still pretty fun. And plus, we have a cheese plate, and we're raising money for farmers with this project.
Yeah, I hope everybody goes and buys as much cheese and ice cream as possible to support the farm workers.
Pleasure. So lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.